Berserk Mode is a dark fantasy-themed roguelite FPS developed by Adam Travers. It's available through early access on Steam right now, and at $7.99 USD, it's a steal. Also, shout out to Wheatboy for suggesting this one. In Berserk Mode, you take on the role of a berserker, surprise surprise, who furiously hacks, slashes, and blasts his way through 11 different stages, though you'll only need to beat 6 of them to win a run. Along the way, you'll be taking out goblins, serpent men, and other stranger creatures. Ugh. Graphics are simple, with big blocky polygons used for the stages, but your character's hands and the weapons you use get this nice hand-drawn sprite work. It's all very uncomplicated, but it keeps the focus on the action and makes enemies easy to spot. I like the cutout sprite work of the enemies too, and the lack of detail on most of them. I don't know what it is, but for some reason it makes them look more threatening, especially from a distance, because I can't really tell what the hell I'm looking at, just this strange creature lumbering out of the shadows. It uses a limited draw distance to its advantage. Seeing something moving off in the distance can be a bit creepy, especially in some of the darker stages. When you start Berserk Mode, you can break open a treasure chest for a few coins and choose from a random loadout of weapons, items, or enchantments. You can equip weapons in each hand, allowing you to swap between ranged and melee, or dual wield the same type if you want to. Along with your standard weapons, you can also transform into a beast after building up a meter by killing enemies. More on that later. After selecting your loadout, you jump into the stages. You'll always have a choice of 2 levels from the preparation room, a standard stage and a harder path that will yield extra rewards. There are the usual dungeons, caves, and forests, but there's also a goblin town where enemies will bust out of windows from above, and a graveyard, which is a nice touch. The standard stages are usually series of hallways with larger arenas in between. The harder stages are themed around environmental hazards most of the time, but not all of them. Some of them you can fall off of too, so be careful. The enemies also come in greater numbers, making them pretty frantic. The title of this video said that this is a dungeon crawler combined with an FPS, but I guess it's more like a dungeon sprinter. You even have a dash mode, which feels really satisfying to use. But that's not all. Your health is constantly draining, so you need to keep moving and get to the end of the stage as quickly as possible. You regen health by killing enemies, and you'll also be offered some chicken in between stages. Delicious dungeon chicken. It's not going to be as easy as just sprinting to the end of the stage though. You're usually locked into rooms by gates and will have to kill a certain number of enemies to progress. You also have an endurance meter that drains as you attack, so you can't just constantly spam. You have to space things out, keep a rhythm going. Otherwise you'll be a sitting duck for a few precious seconds as you wait for your endurance to regenerate. After each stage you get some coins and you'll be able to choose between different weapons or special items. You can even choose different limbs for your beast form, such as a skeleton hand that shoots bone tornadoes. Awesome. Anytime you're defeated during a run, you'll gain experience and level up. This will gain you access to new relics that give you perks, such as armor, more starting coins, a one-time revival, and more. You can unlock new classes for your character to start as, and each class gives you different abilities that can be upgraded throughout your run. You can also unlock different beast forms as well. You begin as a bear, but as you level, you'll be able to choose more unique creatures, such as a manticore, a hydra, and more. While transformed, after killing a certain number of enemies, you'll be able to ascend, which will transform you back to your normal form, but you'll be powered up for a short time. And you'll also be able to freely switch between your normal and beast form. The music is also my vibe. Mostly it's these chill beats that bump in the background as you tear through enemies. It adds an almost trance-like rhythm to the gameplay. I wasn't really expecting that when I started up the game, but then the title music hit. And I knew this would be the perfect game for me. It's just so good. It starts off really chill and lo-fi, but then picks up intensity with simple beats, chants, as well as little lute-like string ditties. I don't know if that's actually a lute that's being played, but yeah, the whole soundtrack is sweet. I'd buy it on vinyl, it's so good. You can listen to it right now on Spotify, Apple Music, and the like. Fans of roguelikes and roguelites, as well as fans of FPS games, should dig this one. The dev is working on refining the gameplay, tweaking the balance, and adding more stages, weapons, and monsters. He's also looking into adding modding. All in all, Berserk Mode is a fun time, with some sweet music and brutal gameplay. So, Berserk Mode, check it out. Dungeon Chill, out.